Welcome back to the podcast. Roll the intro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. How I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.
Hey, bro.
Morning, brother.
Trying to be less blue this episode. Lights shining on my face.
Fair enough.
Hopefully got it all sorted out. But just got a few questions on this episode, so we'll just go through them.
Punch through, yeah, mate.
I'm going to hit you straight away. How important is setting fitness goals before starting a gym routine, and how can one effectively set attainable goals?
Good question. Starting a gym routine. It's just like, for me, with anything in life, I feel like there's a lot of people out there, including myself. I've fallen into this. Our energy goes all over the shop. You know, there's no real clear path on what we want to get out of life, or what we want to get out of a gym routine, or what we want to get out of ourselves. So, it's really important, you know. And then once you know what you're working towards, then like what you always say, you reverse engineer. You work your way backwards from there. And it's super important, man, because if you want to hit something like a couch stretch, you have to know where you're starting from, and you have to know what the steps are to get there. You know, and I never knew that. I had a fair idea when you first told me about it, but I had to actually go and find my way of getting it done, which is the art now. So the goal was to get the couch stretch. Even though it took me 3 years, I know how to coach someone to get it done in 6 weeks now, if that makes sense. So, so, you know, setting that goal for yourself, working your way towards it, and, you know, how effective it can be, how effective you can be in achieving those goals just all depends on being able to consistently turn up and be persistent with, you know, your accountability and working towards it.
Yeah, setting that goal, reverse engineer.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to ask quality questions, I think, as well with people. Certainly, I think someone said to me about a weights routine. And then the first thing I asked him is, what is your actual goal? And then he told me, I think it was bench press. And he said, oh, what would you like to be doing? It was only like 5 to 10 kilos more than he was doing currently. So I was like, you don't actually have to do much. Like either a little bit more volume sets and reps. And then, like, that's going to be easily attainable. So sometimes just asking the right questions of where you want to go first, and then that can dictate what your goal will be, and then formulating that plan. I feel like we keep saying this over and over, but
it's a good reminder for everyone.
Yeah.
Even for ourselves.
Yep, 100%. Go number 2.
Yep. What are some common misconceptions? Yeah. What are some common misconceptions about, I can't even say that word properly, bro. Misconceptions about going to the gym, and how can we overcome them to maximize our experience and results?
Ooh, where should we go with this? We can go a few different places. Common misconception is that, I don't know, you always have to train as hard as possible every single session.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest one, instead of building up to something, having a little bit of a deload, managing that. Just so I think you can get away with it depending on what type of training you do.
Yep.
But your body's going to tell you pretty quickly if you've done too much training. If you pick up an injury, or, you know, feeling really, really tired, are you just going to keep pushing through that pain and then eventually a bigger injury comes? Or are you going to, okay, it's time to just take a little bit of a break? But then there's that fine line of, are you wimping out, of being a pussy?
Yeah.
Or are you going to actually rip into training as well?
Yeah. That sort of happens. And that was the good side of me working at F45, right, bro? Because I got to experience that firsthand. You know, a lot of new people do come into the gym and they flog themselves straight away and they get all these crazy results, but it's unmaintainable. They can't hold on to that pace, you know, because it is a very high intensity sort of workout. Then you've got the other person on the other side of the scale that actually does nothing at fucking all, which is just as bad as well. But yeah, man, trying to figure out, I feel like, how much you can do, what sort of experience you've got, and then once again going back to your goals, making sure you're you know, reaching goals that are actually attainable, or you're around that. You know, I always remember that conversation that me and you had when you said, whenever I set a bench press mark, it's always fucking way out of the park. But The reason you do that is because it gives you a little bit of cushioning to work with, right? But then there's other people that are setting the same benchmark as yourself, but it's just really unattainable. They can't even do 10 fucking push-ups in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think also like having different seasons of training depending on where you're at, but always being consistent across the board. So it might be a time where you're like, okay, I'm going to rip into training for a good 12 weeks. And then you might go another 12 weeks just maintain mode, depending on your work-life balance as well. You might want to rip into work, but if you're training super hard, like some of the sessions we done, I was wrecked from. So they're probably not going to be a good thing to do when you want to build a business or things like that, when your energy is zapped from you.
Yep.
But also still maintaining a consistency throughout the year, so you're always at a good level.
Yeah, cool.
Instead of going up
I like that, bro.
then just dropping off for a week because work got busy. You got to figure out how to get through those busy times. You know?
Yeah.
Because then you're just never going to get anywhere. It's just train super hard for what? To drop off when it gets busy or you go on holiday. I think people don't have those things worked out. I always ask my clients the question.
Yeah. How much time do you have? I feel like
so much time.
There's so much time, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big thing that people don't realise.
100%. Next one.
Yep.
How can individuals create a sustainable workout routine that is tailored to their specific needs, taking into account factors such as age, fitness level, and personal preferences?
Yeah, that's really similar to the first.
Sort of what we've been speaking about recently, eh?
Recently, bro, to be honest.
So you're either not going hard enough or going too hard. I want to bring that to the middle. Find your real middle, and then you can play with those seasons depending on your work-life balance. So you can either go super, super hard at state. Like there's times when we like, it's time to just rip in.
Let's rip in.
Yep. And there's other times like, okay, maintain mode at the moment. Or we've got some other things going on. But always consistent.
Yeah, always.
I
think consistency is the biggest thing, right? We always turn up. We've done the same session that we've done on Tuesday for the last, 3 to fucking 4 years.
Since COVID.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So, yeah, man, the specific needs, injuries. I think about injuries. I think about niggles. I think about, are you seeing a specialist? Are you seeing someone outside of your program or outside of your workouts that is helping you with that?
Age and fitness levels one. If people are just doing stupid.
Like, I think about footy players, like where we come from, bro. I feel, the output that we have during those years was pretty high. I feel like you can get caught into that when you're leaving. Because I remember the first 1 or 2 years after, I was still training like I was playing footy. And I was just getting broken, bro. Because I started lifting more weights and my body wasn't like attuned to that. Even though we train 3 times a day in footy, it's still 3 times. It's not like 6, 7 times, which I was doing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to take all those things into account as well.
Yeah, you just can't train like that all the time.
All right, next one. Discuss the role of nutrition in achieving one's fitness goals. What are some key diet principles to keep in mind when trying to level up in life?
Fuck, it's like I always ask the same questions, bro. Do you drink alcohol? Do you need to ask these questions to yourself. And I've chosen to remove that from my life. And the reason why is because it's not because of alcohol in itself, it's because of the things that surround it. As soon as I drink alcohol, my nutrition goes out of whack. So, the role of nutrition is just as important as, or even more important as your sleep. And those two things, I feel like they overpower training. Training is such a small, minute thing.
Yeah, nutrition's like, I had a horrible Easter, and I was like, back into it straight away. But yeah, I think a lot of people don't even understand what proper nutrition is, or they haven't been in a good body fat level to really, eating the right foods and whatnot. Most people got horrible diets at the moment, but it's a big thing because whatever you're putting in your body, it's gonna make a reaction of how you feel. So if you're putting shit into your body, you're gonna get shit results out of it. I always find.
And you just don't.
You feel horrible, But don't you think some people think, and that's just becomes their normal?
Their norm.
So then they don't know what.
They don't know, yeah.
This is the other thing. So when you're having all those like flavoursome food, right? If you go eat
delicious
healthy,
foods.
yeah, you're eating chocolate, you're eating all these like real enriched sauces and salts and everything, and then you go back to eat healthy. Broccoli's going to taste horrible no matter what, don't you think? Your taste buds have just adapted so much to like
Yeah.
super intense food that when you try and just eat a plain thing, it's going to taste awful.
But bro, like, you always remember that thing. You've told me some fucking gems on this podcast, bro. And there was always that one that you said, you know you're hungry if you can eat a boiled piece of chicken breast, right? And let's be honest, like, no one wants to fucking eat that. But if that just goes to show, man, most people are just eating because it's a fucking hobby. And, bro, might I add, like, you get better results out of everything, not just like how you look. Like, all the guys that do well in mobility, like, if I'm overweight in any way, bro, I can't hit my fucking pancake. I can't hit my couch stretch. I can't hit all those stretches. But if I'm, at a good weight, bro, I'm able to hit them. Why? Because I'm eating healthy. And that's the importance of nutrition. And that just carries over into everything.
Probably just the fuel in your car analogy where, you're going to put shit things in, shit things out.
Eat Shay. Put some fucking 98 in that bastard.
What's that next one, bro?
Next one, sorry, so we're going working out. How can one strike the right balance between focusing on cardio and strength training in their gym routine to optimize overall health and well-being?
I like finding something that you like to do, cardio-wise.
Running, boxing, swimming.
Yeah.
How many sessions would you do within a week?
Pick a strength that you enjoy for cardio. Don't pick something that you don't like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't like running, but I like to do it because I know I don't like to do it. So like a bit of uncomfort level. But I like boxing. Boxing's the maddest thing.
Define cardio, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't know what cardio is.
Yeah, that's true. I just like anything that's over 30 minutes of continuous work, like a run, swim, boxing session. Yeah, but do something fun. If you hate running and rower and stuff like that, do like a fight sport is mad, especially if you're a male.
Fuck, there's nothing like
fucking
boxing,
hit
brother.
something.
Go and hit something, you fucking weak dog.
It's the best feeling ever, and then you don't realize how
much you get from it, bro.
You don't even know how to fight. You'll have a respect for fighting when you do 100%. Proper boxing training.
That's it, bro.
Try and do 2 minutes on a bag. Fuck,
not even hitting your back.
Hard, yeah. And your arms are just, you got nothing and your punches are just dead. Like you can hit it hard 5-10 times, but try and keep that over 2 minutes. And you just realize how high level those boxers are, man. They're crazy.
Yeah, that's sick.
12 rounds, 3 minutes.
So find something that you enjoy. Like for me, cardio, like for me, when I think cardio, I think like fast, bro. Like I'm, I only want to get 20 minutes done.
Yeah.
But when that 20 minutes is like, I want my heart rate fucking skyrocketing through the roof and then just to drop straight after. So I would be around that 30-minute mark. An example of what I would do is our favorite session would be on the rower, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I'm trying to hit a target within my 1 minute that I'm on. And fuck, if I put my heart rate on, bro, I'm skyrocketing. My heart rate's just like through the roof. And then I'll just rest straight after it. And you only need 20 minutes, maybe 2 times a week.
Yeah,
I reckon, and then the rest is just, some fat burning sort of exercises. Whether you're walking, whether you're, doing some smooth stuff, and then lots of strength.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, just start out walking. Yeah, get those 10,000 steps.
All right, I got you for this next one, bro. Explain the concept of leveling up in life. Did I miss something? I got it. Explain the concept of leveling up in life and how it applies to various aspects of your lives, such as career, relationships, and personal growth.
Ooh,
it's a biggie one.
Yeah, I think just breaking everything down into the physical, the career, the relationships, and personal growth. I always start with the physical because I think that's the easiest and most in control you have of changing it. Okay, so it's you, so you control yourself. So you can control your diet, you can control your training, which is going to change your physical. Whereas a career, there's other people that you may need to rely on. Same with relationship. So I think it's always good to start at the physical first because you get your nutrition in, you get your physical training in, then you've already made that change. So then you build a little bit of confidence and then you can flow that into other areas of life, business, and relationships.
Yeah, beautiful.
Building skills is the biggest one.
Yeah, that's a good answer, bro.
What do you think?
You just fucking hit the nail on the head, bro. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, and I think it's just not being in a rush as well, especially with anything financial. You always make bad decisions when you're in a rush financially to do something.
Yep.
Like crypto. Fuck,
Yeah.
gotta get into that quick because everyone's into it and I'm gonna miss out. Or a business, fucking multi-level marketing or pyramid scheme type stuff. Okay, I gotta do that. Yeah, you gotta just take a step back, ask the questions. Is the person that's trying to get me into it, are they doing well? Or do they only look like they're doing well? So do a bit of research.
Yep.
I think that's super important, especially in this day and age of social media. You can pretty much fake it pretty good out there.
Mm-hmm.
Even like, anyone that hits me up on one of being my business coach, like online, I always ask for their numbers or their bank account. I think that's a fair question. If you're going to ask money from me, then you got to prove that you're making money.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I think this is a thing in coaches in general. If you want to try and hire a coach, look at their top performing people.
Yep. Results.
Yeah. So look at them first.
Yep.
And then look at their top performing people and do a bit of research on them. If they're in a position where you would like to be, then you can probably go down the avenue. That's cool, like with a personal trainer as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like
so I'd sort of judge coaches by how good their top students are.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I like that, bro.
Boom. Next one.
Boom. Next one. How can incorporating lifestyle management techniques such as time management and stress reduction improve our overall fitness journey and help us achieve our goals? I'll have a crack at this one, brother. Time management. I've had heaps of conversations with you. That time when we did those 30-minute blocks was eye-opening, bro. You know, and I needed that, man, because, you know, I do quite a lot of things, but what I realized, this is just for myself, is the things that I do, they're unnecessary, and I still do unnecessary things, bro. We spoke about this last night, bro. And like it gets in the way, and I realized I'm a very high energy person. Everything that I do, it takes like a lot of. I'm very emotional, so a lot of the things that I do, I'm always like that constantly, and so when I get home at night, I'm very fucked.
Yep.
And it's because I'm not. You know, I haven't set those boundaries, and the big one is the time management. If you are very aware with what you're spending your time on, you have more energy and you can dive into yourself more. You know, you can level up in life. You know, you can remove some of the stress that you're just needlessly putting on yourself. So yeah, thought I'd just jump on that one, brother.
Saying no to things is a big one for that,
Yeah, cuz.
Saying no to unnecessary things.
Do you reckon it's cultural? Do you reckon it's because of how we grew up, or do you reckon we're just like that, bro?
I don't know. I feel like depends on you. I'm introverted, so I'm not keen to do heaps of things.
Yeah, like, no, I think that's rubbed off. I think that's rubbed off for me.
You'd be more extroverted than me.
Yeah. But like the things I used to say yes to were bad things for me, like negative things for me, bro. But now I say yes to good things. But I still, don't get I don't know if I'm going down the wrong track here, but fuck, I used to say yes to the wrong things, but now I say yes to the right things. But I'm still finding myself, you know, knackered, bro. So
yeah,
saying no.
Just say no to everything.
No,
That's what I do.
I'm taking some of that on board, eh?
I just like.
What do you reckon, bro? And you're just like, hell no. And I was like, okay, done.
I just want to build that mobility program and no to everything else. That's all I want to do and make content. And yeah, that's all I want to do. I'm happy just to do that, and then.
Yeah, but even like, sorry, bro, I just want to jump on that too. Like, I've got kids that live in Queensland, and I just got back from Queensland. Like, it's hard doing that shit, bro. Like,
up and down, all the traveling, yeah.
Fuck.
It just takes away from other areas as well.
That's it, bro. Like, you know, it'll eventually get easier, but, you know, I always speak to you about this stuff. I'm like, fuck, I'm always just fucking up here and on holiday over here or with the kids over here, so... Yeah, you have to nut that stuff out, you know. And I need to be able to sit down with the bro Troy and be like, bro, these, you know, a week or two near these holidays, you know, I'll be up doing this. And at the moment, we're still fucking freestyling it, but you know, eventually down the track, just to free up everyone's, you know, stress and all that sort of stuff, then we need to dial into that stuff, and that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, I think also like that takes away from like your momentum. Like I
Yeah.
could feel it today when we shot content.
100%,
Like, your
bro.
momentum, like
I was
you,
like, fuck.
you got the momentum of doing content, and like you start speaking better on camera, in front of camera, and then you have that week away and you miss the week, and then you come back and it's just like fuck, it's hit. You know, it's still not at that natural point yet.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, so
That's-
I think like those that's not a distraction because it's family and kids and that. But say like you went on the piss and that, okay, it takes Monday, Tuesday recover. You're
Yeah,
only hitting your workout on
100%, bro.
Wednesday,
That's
Thursday.
a
You
good
missed
point.
two, so it's just that that cycle. That sort of, you know, it's not the actual. Sometimes getting on the drink. It's when you're hitting Monday and Tuesday and you're just a bit
Yeah,
low and you're not, you know, really
should be
getting
punching,
the most
bro.
out of
Yeah,
work.
fuck
So you're
yeah.
not following up on
Good
a
yarn.
sales conversation, or you're not following up on your training, or start
Anything.
eating shit. You know, it sort of snowballs in the wrong way.
The old snowball effect in the wrong way.
What do we got? Number 8.
Number 8, brother.
Discuss the importance of tracking progress and making adjustments in one's gym routine, diet, and lifestyle management practices. What tools and strategies can be used to facilitate this process?
That's
Ooh.
you, brother.
Yeah, tracking's good. Fuck, I need to eat my words a little bit here too, because I haven't been. I track in my head because we do the same
We do
things
the
all the
same
time. Okay, I need to track. Let's go into what I should be doing. Diet, I think a little bit better. Horrible at the moment.
How would you track?
Either count calories. I just like going into process. So my process is black coffee in the morning, meat for lunch, and then whatever for dinner,
Okay.
and that's works for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I like simple routine.
That's
and
your
just
process.
How many can I get?
Keep
Those in a row.
the long.
The Chobani for dessert, bro. That's the best,
I told you, bro.
bro. Chobani for dessert. Fuck, that's so underrated for like fullness
Yeah.
and like how much you get to eat for that sacrifice of calories is. Yeah, that's the hack. Anyone
Yeah. Fuck, I love that shit, bro. That's the reason why I told you.
strawberry, fucking jelly
Sash-
crystals on top. I do the no sugar, no calorie ones. Yeah, that's one little like way you can track things. What else we got on that one that they say? Yeah, gym routine. I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. I do it in my head. Maybe I should write it down, but I'm pretty good. I just progressive overload. Yeah, I know what I've hit that week, and then I'm trying to beat that the next week by 1 to 2 kilos or
Yeah.
more reps or more sets or more volume in some sort of way.
And we go off feel factor too, bro. Because I remember last week you're like, "Fuck, I'm pretty gassed after that." So let's just dial back, and that's what we did last week, right? And it was
Yeah.
good. Timing was good too.
I
'Cause
try to squeeze the most out of a workout week routine. I just run it until it just like
Yeah.
capitulates on itself,
Mhm.
and then I'll change it,
Yo,
have a deload, and then listen to my body.
beautiful. Lifestyle management practices. What tools and strategies can be used to facilitate this process? Yeah, so well, you pretty much just said that, bro. All yours done. in your
Just
head.
write it down
Write it down.
if you're a beginner and don't know, and just look back on that week, and if you've improved, you're improved.
Mm.
I just like following programs. Actually, that's a real good way. Buy a program and follow it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. I used to I've done so many programs. Squat every day program, everyone's mobility program. Yeah, I've sort of gotten to the point where I've done that for 10 years that I know what's supposed to come next. I know what goal I need to hit. And,
Yeah.
you know, that process is in my mind. But like following a program is really, really good. And when I go out of whack and things are not feeling right, I go back to that and I just buy someone's online program or I get coached by someone.
So that's not the process that you have.
Yeah.
That's mad. I like that, bro.
What else for diet and life? What do you do for tracking diet?
Tracking diet? Fuck, I'm the same as you, bro. I've got most of my, as everyone knows, I got most of my shit from the bro. But yeah, I think the tips and tricks is where I found some joy. So long story short, I pretty much did the same thing as Troy, but I'm like a 200 grammer protein.
I reckon you go more strict than me.
Yeah. But then I have to, because when I do my bounces, when I'm doing fucking going on holiday with the kids and I'm chilling out with the kids and I go down to the movies and watch movies and eat popcorn and shit, it just all adds up. So I have to be strict during those times. But yeah, man, like it's the same system as Troy's. I'm trying to dial back on coffee, but yeah, I like to eat around that 200 gram mark of protein per day, and then I'll just fill up the rest of my day with the calories, however I want to, really.
Yeah.
But I don't go outside of high protein foods.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Okay.
pretty strict these days. It could be better, but
Next one.
yeah.
Share some tips and insights on staying motivated and overcoming common obstacles in the fitness journey, such as plateaus, setbacks, and lack of motivation. Probably like injuries.
Yeah.
It's a good one to talk about there. What do? You just, I say this 100 times a week, I think. Always find out what you can do, not what you can't do. That's the easiest one. I told someone, he had a sore back or something, and I said, bro, you can do bicep curls. And he says, well, even standing for 5 minutes is hurting my back. And I went, seated bicep curls. I just like that mindset. Like I try and incorporate and let them know that that's how you want to think.
There's always a
about
way you can get it done.
Exactly.
And yeah, injuries is a big one, bro. A lot of people stop just because of it. And, I still have my days when my knees is feeling fucked, but I have to work around it. I always find ways to either make it feel good, which comes down to, do you have a coach, or do you have a plan in place, or do you know what you're doing properly? If not, you need to invest into it. And then, just fucking figuring out ways to work around it.
Yeah,
like
worst case scenario, you're in the hospital bed and you're moving your finger.
Bro.
Like that how extreme I would go if I was. I'd be like
100%.
doing something, like being active is better than not doing anything.
Fuck, motivation is overrated, bro.
Yeah, motivation's
Like, I always remember, again, tips and tricks from fucking Coach Tori Savage. Go, bro, what do you think about discipline? You're like, fuck, discipline's discipline, bro. I always remember that. Because you're just sitting on the box doing some stretches. And I was like, fuck, that's a good fucking point, my bro. You can't, there's nothing to it.
can't wait for motivation
You
because
can't.
it comes and goes. So
You can't.
if you'll always be an amateur if you wait for motivation, I think.
Right, and you don't have to wake up in the morning, stare at yourself in the mirror and scream affirmations at yourself. It's like fucking, you don't need to.
Yep.
All you need to do is wake up, put some clothes on, go for a walk, get to the gym, come home, eat well. You do that repetitively, you're going to get results.
100%.
Just keep turning up, bro.
That's it. Last one.
Last one, brother.
What advice would you give to someone who was just starting their journey towards leveling up in life, particularly in the areas of going to the gym, diet, and lifestyle management?
Just start.
Just start.
Just get in there, man. Have a go.
And don't stop.
Don't stop. The problem with most people these days is they want to find motivation. Injuries get in the way. Time gets of whatever it is. Or they feel like they don't have enough money. Everyone's got enough, bro.
Yep.
Everyone has.
You can go for an hour walk and do 100 push-ups every day. Just do that. Keep it simple. Everything else is just an excuse.
Yep.
Once you figure that out, then you'll get it done.
Yep. Less is more.
Shot.
Shot, bro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. How I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.